Welcome to the Japan Deep Dive Report. Today, we're diving into an incredible story of ancient art, imperial power, and just a little bit of dumb luck that completely changed how we see ancient Japan.
I know. It sounds totally made up, right? But that is exactly what happened. Stick with me, and we'll uncover how a simple, everyday chore accidentally unearthed a priceless window into Japan's distant past. All right, let's set the scene. The year is 1972. We're in a quiet little village in Japan where a discovery is about to be made that will captivate the entire nation and rewrite a huge chapter of its history. So our story kicks off in a field with the finding of what we now call the Takamatsuka tomb. And let me tell you, this was not some grand, planned archaeological dig. Nope, it was a complete and total accident. That's right, you heard me. A local farmer was just digging a hole in the ground to keep his ginger fresh. That's it, and his shovel hit something hard. Big, finely cut stones, buried just under the soil. He had absolutely no idea what he'd just found. Well, it turned out to be a monumental discovery. Archaeologists were called in, and what they found inside this small round tomb just stunned everyone. For the very first time in Japan's history, they found vibrant, colorful murals painted inside a burial chamber. It became an instant national sensation. So what in the world was inside that tomb that got everyone so excited? Okay, let's take a look at the incredible artwork that was hidden away for over 1,000 years. The most famous painting of all is this one, a group of court ladies nicknamed the Asuka Beauties. And just look at the detail. They're wearing these incredible, colorful striped skirts and elegant jackets, and they're holding ceremonial items. One of those is the sashiba. That's a special kind of fan that was used to shield the emperor's face. This isn't just a pretty picture, it's like a photograph, a priceless snapshot of 7th century court life. But believe it or not, the discovery of Takamatsuka was just the beginning. It kicked off a search that would lead to a second, sister tomb, and a whole new set of mysteries to solve. Okay, now let's fast forward 11 years to 1983. The buzz from the first discovery was still in the air, and it was about to be reignited. After all the news about Takamatsuka, another local resident came forward with a huge tip. They said they were pretty sure there was another, similar tomb not too far away. Well, that tip led investigators right to what would eventually be named the Kitora tomb. And this is where things get really interesting. You can see the biggest difference between the two tombs right here. Takamatsuka is all about its human figures, those famous Asuka beauties. But Kitora? It's completely different. There are 0 paintings of people. Instead, its walls are covered with these unique guardians, figures with human bodies, but the heads of the 12 zodiac animals. But for all their differences, what connects these two tombs is actually even more profound. They share a vision of the heavens, a celestial map that tells us so much about the worldview of the people buried inside. 2 crucial features link them together. Both tombs have a super detailed star chart painted on the ceiling, literally a map of the cosmos. And both feature paintings of the Shijin, also known as the 4 divine beasts, who were seen as the powerful guardians of the heavens. So what exactly are the Shijin? Well, the idea comes from Chinese mythology. They're 4 incredibly powerful, spiritual creatures, and each one was believed to stand guard over one of the 4 cardinal directions of the sky: north, south, east, and west. Let's meet the crew, shall we? Guarding the east, you've got Seiru, the blue dragon. In the west, we have Bakyo, the white tiger. To the south is Suzaku, the vermilion bird. And holding down the north is Genbu, the black tortoise. Together, they were meant to protect the entire cosmos, and of course, the very important person buried in the tomb. And the artistry is just breathtaking. The painting of the Suzaku, that's the vermilion bird, in the Kitaro tomb is especially famous. Its wings are spread wide like it was captured in the exact moment before taking flight. It's truly considered a masterpiece of its time. Which brings us to the really big question. Why were these tombs in Japan filled with imagery straight out of Chinese cosmology? Well, the answer lies in the massive cultural and political shifts that were happening at that very moment. To really get this, you need a little context. For centuries, Japan's rulers had built these huge, keyhole-shaped tombs called kofun. But by the late 7th century,
When these smaller, rounder tombs were built, that tradition was fading out. At the exact same time, the Tang dynasty in China was the undisputed cultural and political superpower of East Asia.
See, to modernize and strengthen its own power, Japan's imperial court did something really bold. It adopted a whole system of government from China. This system is known as Ritsuryo. And this wasn't just borrowing a few ideas. It was a wholesale adoption of a complex, legal, governmental, and administrative framework. It was a game changer. So when you put all the pieces together, you realize that putting these star charts and divine beasts in the tombs was way more than just a religious thing. It was a powerful political statement. It was Japan's new rulers showing everyone that they were aligning themselves with the most advanced, most powerful civilization of their time. But of course, even with everything we've figured out, some huge mysteries are still unsolved. Like, who exactly was buried in these magnificent tombs? The best guesses point to high-ranking imperial princes, maybe even the sons of Emperor Tenmu. And the name Kitora? It might come from Kame-tora, which means turtle tiger, for the murals of Genbu and Bayako. But for now, we just don't know for sure. Their true identities are lost to time. And that leaves us with one final amazing thought. If a guy digging a hole for his ginger could lead to all of this, it really makes you wonder, what other incredible secrets from the ancient world still lie hidden, just waiting to be discovered, right underneath our feet?